the track.
Peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy vicslanghope, and I got another story time for y'all. And this one is how to make a biological weapon in your cell. You know, it's not funny, but it is funny, but it's not funny. But anyway, before I get into the video, I want to thank the supporters, the people who've been subscribing, sharing, and liking my content, and communicating in the comment section. I definitely appreciate y'all. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for y'all. I can't help to laugh because I watched like this funny clip, this funny video. It's not really funny, but it's disgusting, but it's kind of funny. And I'm gonna share y'all. I'm getting tongue tied. I'm gonna share with y'all the clip. You feel me? Like, because it's crazy, because a lot of these things do be happening in jail, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all about biological weapon. Now, in Rikers Island, right, like, I don't know if this is a practice that started in the box or like in regular population. I don't know how it came about. But we used to have these dudes, like, they used to be making, like, some people used to call them stink bombs, and some people used to, they didn't really have a specific name for it, but they used to be shooting people with it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in the box and you hear somebody say, yo, shoot him, what they usually mean by that is like, yo, like, spray him with whatever concoction that you made in your cell. Now, I'm gonna explain about the concoction. Boom. So some dudes, right, in the box, and I've seen this in the box more than in regular population. But I seen this throughout my whole bit on Rikers Island. So dudes used to do this. They used to take, so what you gotta take is, they used to take a box of milk, like a carton, because we used to get like milk cartons. So people would take like a milk carton, right? Sometimes they would leave milk in there, so they would let the milk spoil and rot and you know, go through those changes, right? They would add like poop to it. Yeah, you heard right. They would add like a little poop to it. Yeah, so they would add like a little poop to it. They would also put, like, some people will put like a soap ball. Like, soap ball is something that we used to get on the weekends to clean our cell with. So sometimes they would put like a little bit of the soap ball. Yeah, so sometimes they used to add urine to it. And whatever, anything else, like, they, you know, anything else that they thought might become something else, or like it's just crazy. But they used to literally make a concoction that kind of, like, you know, it just becomes something else. And that's why I'm calling it biological, right? Because, like, these dudes will use like poop, they will use urine, they will use milk, and I don't really know what else they'll use, but I think those was like the main things. And sometimes they used to put a little soap ball, because sometimes the soap ball used to kind of like burn, like if you, I can't really fully explain it, because again, I never used to be doing some of that crazy stuff that these dudes used to be doing, right? But they used to be making little concoctions, and they used to put them in the milk carton, and they used to let it marinate for days. Like, when I mean like days, they used to let this shit get marinated for days, right? Now, mind you, these dudes used to use this. They used to use this this biological weapon, this chemical weapon. They used to use this to kind of like put pressure on the COs. And this is why I said I mainly seen this in the box, because in the box you're locked in, so you don't really get to get out your cell. You don't really get to do nothing. So what these dudes used to do is, they used to, like, they have something that's called an SPA, and the SPA is a suicide prevention assistant, I believe. So sometimes the SPA walks around the tier in the box and just make sure nobody's trying to kill themselves, right? And sometimes they used to have workers come and sweep the tier and mop. So, and these is other people that are serving time too, inmates, right? So what these dudes used to do, like, sometimes a person might want to get something from another cell, and they might want you to pass it to you. I mean, they usually create a line when nobody's around so that they could kind of like transport things, but that's a whole nother conversation. But right now I'm just talking about sometimes a dude might tell you, yo, go get a magazine for me from such and such cell. Now, if you're the worker, the SPA, technically you're not supposed to be doing this, but sometimes the COs let you do this. So sometimes if a dude didn't want to do it, like they will shoot you. Like they will, and when they say shoot you, they will spray you with whatever concoction they made in their cell. So that was crazy. So they used to use that as a method, like, yo, you want me to shoot you? Like, dudes would dead ass tell you, they'd be like, yo, you want me to shoot you? And at the end of the day, you can't even really do nothing to this dude, right? Because he's in the cell. So if you're a worker, he could literally spray you with whatever he made in his cell. And you don't know how long that shit been marinating. You don't know what effect that's gonna have on your skin. You don't know if it's gonna burn. You don't know what's gonna happen, right? You just know this dude gonna and trust me, when somebody shoots you with that nasty stuff, you don't and if you work in there, if you're a CO and you work in there, you gotta go change that. But anyway, before I even get into to my next commentary, I'm gonna let y'all get a glimpse of the video because it's crazy. So let me play it.
CO gets feces thrown in his mouth. Listen to him scream.
He threw shit out in his mouth.
Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all. If you spray this shit on a CO, they whooping that ass. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. But it's just the whole inconvenience. You as a CO, you don't even want to go through that. Think about it. If you working, and let's say sometimes in the box, right, dudes try to put pressure on a CO. They be like, yo, go get me that magazine. And like, sometimes dudes don't care. Like, they just be like, yo, or they'll ask a CO for extra food because they in the box. Or they'll ask the CO for a favor. And sometimes when the CO do certain things, it's like, you know, like, if the CO, if they don't like you, or if you violate them, you don't let them get a shower, or you don't let them go to the yard, or you do certain things that they don't like, sometimes these dudes will be like, yo, sometimes these dudes will violate you. Like, they gonna shoot you, they gonna throw that poop on you. So I don't know what the CO did in the video, but he probably did something. He probably was an asshole. He probably violated somebody. Or he probably didn't do whatever somebody asked him to do. But that shit is a big ass inconvenience. Like, if you working and somebody throws shit on you mixed with piss and mixed with rotten milk and mixed with whatever else they put in that shit, like, now you gotta go change your clothes. Now you gotta, like, it's a whole big ass inconvenience. And 9 times out of 10, they probably gonna whoop your ass, but you still gonna go through whatever you went through. You feel me? You still got shot. You still got violated. You still feel whatever. Like, you know, sometimes you don't even know what that's gonna bring about, right? Like, sometimes, yeah, like, you know, contact with feces. A lot of times that's how people get like hepatitis, you know, I think one of them C or B, I don't know which one. But it's, you know, it's just like, that's just disgusting. Like, you don't want to, nobody want to go through that. And especially, do you imagine in the video, it looked like it landed in his mouth. Do you know, or in the face, do you know how nasty that shit is, yo? I think that shit might even blind you if that shit going y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. But this is just some of the crazy shit that dudes be doing in jail. I swear to God, I was scared of that shit. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was scared of that shit. Like, I did not want to get hit. Like, so if you work in the box or you work in somebody's house and somebody asks you to do certain shit, like, sometimes you might just do it because you don't want to get shot with that shit. You feel me? Like, because at the end of the day, like I said, like, if you're just working in the box, sometimes dudes come from a different building. You might never see them again. You might never, ever see them again. So sometimes it's like, you know what? Like, you know, you try to do whatever you try to do, you know, but, you know, you try to work it out. You know, sometimes they used to even put this shit in the toothpaste. So we used to get small toothpaste. So sometimes dudes used to, I don't know how they used to manage to put it inside the little toothpaste, but sometimes they used to put it in the toothpaste because when you step on the toothpaste, so one thing that sometimes you can't shoot the CO if you got it in the milk carton, right? So what they used to do is put it in the toothpaste, put the toothpaste like slightly under the door, and then they used to step on the end of the toothpaste so it could shoot out whatever nasty shit they had in there. But it just takes a nasty, like, it just takes a nasty individual, I believe, to do this shit, because I just can't do certain shit. I mean, I did some nasty shit too when I told you I peed in the cell and shit, but that's as nasty as it got for me, right? Like, some of these dudes, like I said, they was playing in their shit. They was making concoctions, and mind you, I would think that shit would smell after a while, right? But I know, I guess they kept the clothes in the milk carton, but it was just crazy, man. So dudes was definitely getting shot with that shit, like. But yo, let me know, man. Let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comment section, man, because that shit is crazy. So I just think it takes crazy dudes to make that shit, like. But let me know what y'all would have did though, like, what y'all would have did if y'all got shot with that shit, like, yo. Like, would you just comply and try to, like, work with them dudes? Or, like, because sometimes people comply. Sometimes people work with them. Sometimes people don't, you know, because you don't want to upset them dudes. You feel me? But, like, would you make a biological chemical weapon? Let me know in the comment section, man. That shit is crazy, though. But y'all be safe out there. Peace.